Warning: the following recording contains references to self-harm, sexual abuse, and other very disturbing matters. If these sorts of things trigger you, or if you're just a squeamish person, I completely understand. Please don't listen any further. This particular episode has some really messed up stuff in it. On today's episode of My Immortal, will Ebony and Draco manage to enjoy the MCR concert without interruption? Will Ebony be able to find the hottest outfit ever to wear to it? And will Mitch McConnell finally admit that he's a mutant tortoise sent from the future to destroy American democracy? 2 out of 3 of those questions will be answered on today's episode of My Immortal. Chapter 16. Author's Note. Know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me or nut preps. Raven, suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my vajucking sweater. Supposed to read this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch, supposed to do this. BTW, thanks to Brittany5655 for teaching my Japanese. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Good Charlotte had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection. But it didn't matter, 'cause I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Volsibort and the Death Dealers. For some inexplicable reason, Tara now chooses to take the narrative all the way back to when Draco and Ebony first discovered that there was an MCR concert. I swear to God, it's written this way. It just randomly jumps back to that. Anyway, let's continue. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR, and know how much I lick them. What, 'cause we, he gadgeted uncomfortably, because guys don't like to talk about you-know-what. Rich coming from someone who's calling sex you-know-what. Yeah, 'cause we I yelled in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. Oh my fucking God, what the fuck, are you giving in to the mainstream? I asked. So I guess or a prep or a Christina now, or what? No! He muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Inabi, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by Good Charlotte to me. I was flattened, 'cause that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then, I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while, and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hachiti machiti, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese. So do I. That means how do you do in Japanese?
By the way, Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Author's note. Raven, you fucking suck! Fuck ooh! It serves that fucking bitch right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, Beludi Mare shook her head energetically and lethargically. Oh yeah, I'll have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her 'cause he's a necrophiliac. Oh, God. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence. Is that some kind of Eastern philosophy riddle? Talk to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR. I said, I need to wear like the hot set outfit ever. Beludi Mary nodded energetically. Oh my fucking god, totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, loyalty cadre. Loyalty cadre. No! My head snaped up. What? My head spooin'. I could not believe it. Beludi Mary, are you a prep? No, no, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Ho! Spelled like the Mongol band. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure it would be Draco or Diablo or Vampire. Don't even say that nom to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call Brahms. Oh my fucking god, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was, oh my god, hotter than Gerard, except not, 'cause that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Beludi Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many poses there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. Oh my fucking god, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out of it and very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson says. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Beludi Mary. You know what? I'm going to give it to you free, 'cause you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am, actually. I looked at him. Hey, by the way, my name's Ebony Darkness Dementia Terraway. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said and ran a hand through his black-dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, 'cause I am going there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. Oh my fucking god! Ibondi! You ought to get back into the castle now! Whew, that was long. So I found 15 problems. 1. There's no indication of Draco being bisexual in the books or movies. 2. Why would Voldemort wear a mask to disguise himself? You do know that Polyjuice Potion exists, right? 3. It's Death Eaters. That's the name Voldemort's followers use. Death Eaters, not Death Dealers.
Though, as Kyle pointed out in the Some Ordinary Gamers read-through of this, check it out, by the way, it's really funny, the Death Dealers would make a kick-ass band name like, "Tonight at Madison Square Garden, it's the Death Dealers." It's a good band name. It's got a nice ring to it. But regardless. 4. Suddenly skips back to when Ebony first heard about the concert. 5. What guys do you hang out with? We're pretty candid about sex, to the point that some of us get in trouble for it. I mean, I talk about that stuff with my friends, both men and women, every now and then. I'd say most men aren't shy about it. 6. You're going with an escort, like a prostitute. I'm not judging or anything, but that's a weird thing to suggest to your clingy girlfriend. 7. It's Christian, not Christina. 8. Ebony, getting a prostitute isn't a very preppy thing to do. Why the meltdown? 9. Hermione doesn't speak Japanese. 10. I love how Tara is using this fanfiction, not just the author notes, but the fucking plot in the fanfiction itself to yell at Raven. This whole thing is like some kind of absurdist Monty Python skit. If this was written by a joke, I hope whoever's responsible for this got a job at SNL or Adult Swim or something. 11. Hermione would never just randomly kill somebody. 12. Lupin is not a necrophiliac. What the hell is wrong with you? 13. Wait, Tom Ridd? Do you mean Tom Riddle? That's Voldemort's real name. Why is Ebony suddenly in a shop with Voldemort's younger self? What is happening? 14. All Tom did was ask you out. Why are you calling him a sick perv? And 15. Hagrid doesn't use a broomstick. Brrr. 1 down, 2 to go. We can do this. Chapter 17. Author's note. I said stop filmin' the styro. If ora prep den not read it. Oo can tell whether or a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If or not, then oo rock. If oo are, then fook off. Fook off. PZ. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, pulls do this. I'll promise to give oo back her poster. So, this whole thing started because, Tara stole Raven's poster, and then Raven stole Tara's sweater. So, cute. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, 'cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hargerd kept shooting at us to come, spelled with 3 letters, back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hargrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hargrid ran away. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, 'cause Willow's really pretty and everything. She's wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it, and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be... I am not reading that last word. So are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell that they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black Good Charlotte t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Ludi Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Not Dracola, then? Dracula? Alright. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's Black Mercy Benz. Get it? 'Cause we're that his dad Lucian had gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some odder songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled, spelled like pulling, pulled, off his mask. So did the other Membies. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots! He shouted angstily. Inabi, I told you to kill vampire. Thou hast failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black braid. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell, and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore! Okay, 8 things for Chapter 17. So Tom Ridd is Tom Riddle. What the hell? 2, why are Draco and Ron hanging out? Draco is routinely a dick to Ron over his impoverished background. 3, Neville Longbottom is not a vampire. 4, his parents weren't killed in a car crash. They were tortured to the point of insanity by a group of Death Eaters. 5, how the hell does a vampire die in a car crash? 6, you moronic idiots. Voldemort would never say that. 7, Voldemort is a wizard. Why the fuck would he use a knife? 8, you made Dumbledore goth too. Okay. Last chapter for today. Chapter 18. Author's note. I said stop flamming. If oo do, then oo're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff, ooh rock. And ooh are not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. Oh, she got her sweater back. P.S. The other reason Dumbledore swore is 'cause he trin to be gothic. So durr. Wow, she's still on that? I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood-bed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside of it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Skull, 'cause I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black, and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR boom. We went back to our rooms, and we had, you know what, to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black, and the tables were black too. But who would see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant, and there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashlee Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. What the fuck? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a Good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey, or Gerard Way, or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in 'cause they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser! Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way lick Gerard. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. So for chapter 18, I had 5 notes. 1, you're even describing your brooms in a similar fashion to your clothes. 2, what is an MCR broom? Like, what would that look like? Also, didn't you drive to the concert in Draco's car? Are you just leaving it behind? 3, there's no evidence in the books or movies of Neville being bisexual. This person just seems to want to make everybody bisexual and gothic for some reason. It's very weird. 4, Slytherin House is home to all the pure-blood extremists. Slytherin House is the preppy house, not Gryffindor. For fuck's sake, you're making fun of preps, and yet you're dating a guy who's so rich that his dad bought him a flying black Mercedes-Benz? Fucking hypocrite. 5, and finally, his name is Albus, not Albert. Well, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope that I wish everybody the best of luck in the near future. I'm going to continue on with this story because it keeps me busy in my free time. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment. If you really enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe because, like I said, I plan on continuing this project. Alright, I'll let the gravelly voice guy take over from this point out. See you guys later. Thanks, nerd. On the next episode of My Immortal, Ebony and Draco have yet another fight, and I take another shot of peach knee-high through the non-alcoholic drinking game that I'm playing while reading this. And Albert Dumbledore asks Ebony for advice on how to be more gothic, and can your mind's insanity prepare yourselves for the horror of the return of Snap and Lupin? All this and more on the next episode of My Immortal.